ベスちゃんと同じベッドで寝るなんて手出し放題だからな。あれくらい当然だぜ。でも
Anyone going to explain how a pig managed to tie someone up? No? Okay.
いい加減にしろ。
それはこっちが言いたいわ。大体なんで生きてるの？
One would almost think after all of these failed attempts that he'd try and climb the tree from a different fucking place than this.
俺の人生に乾杯。
That awkward moment when you're about to obtain eternal life and then because you decided to talk so much you give your opponent the opportunity to stop you. Like a numpty.
そんなところどうやって？どうやればこいつに届くんだ？
Cannibalism.
キング、さっきはどうして逃げちゃったのかな？
Technically, he flew away.
もしよろしければ死者の都への生き方を教えてください。
誰が教えるもんか。
This kid is being held up by his fucking neck and yet is still able to talk normally. Even if she didn't grip the neck so hard that it'd still be near impossible to get any words out. The worst thing is that she's hot and she's doing this, which kind of puts a dampen on said hotness. So all in all, I'm confused and not very happy.
教えてください。何も買いがたい死者との思い出が都へといそうな。
This kid says that I won't tell you anything and then proceeds to literally tell her everything she needs to know within like 20 seconds. Just make some shit up, bro. She ain't gonna know.
なんか来たな。
私たち以外に誰もいないようですけど。
Just putting this out there, but maybe one of you should try turning around and having a quick old look fucking behind you.
バンが奪いに来たのが命の泉じゃなくて、私だったらよかったのに。
じゃあそうするか？
Okay, this might sound odd, but isn't she basically a child? I mean, I know that she's actually very old, but she looks like a child. I don't know, it's just weird.
別に一言言いに来ただけだっつの。いつか必ずお前を奪う。
This is definitely a touching moment, and it was really nice to see this side of Ban's character, so for this I'll remove a sin. Holy shit, this caught me off guard in a huge way. What a lovely and touching scene. Gotta take another sin off for this.
いかにあなたのフルカウンターがこちらの攻撃を跳ね返そうと攻撃の起動瞬間さえ読まれなければ問題ありません。
Explaining how you're winning during the middle of a battle cliche.
でも、たまには私だって皆さんの役に立ちたいんです。エリザベスちゃん。
At this point in time, the sentiment is lovely and touching. However, if you're struggling to even pick up the spear in the first place, then the idea of actually using it in any effective way goes out the bloody window, doesn't it?
俺たちにあの怒りが本能をしまいたら。はい、ホクちゃん。待ってて、メリオダス様。
Guys, give up on the fucking spear. I mean, what the fuck?
素晴らしい。
Girl, seriously, open your fucking eyes whilst you're fighting.
この至近距離では冷静な防御をもってしてもただでは済まない。
Jesus, stop bloody giving yourself away before you attack. You're pulling a Subaru from ReZero, constantly alerting the enemy that he was about to attack before attacking.
よかったね。会いたい人に会えて。
お前らなんでここに？
まさかもともとこっちの世界の住人？
料理とっても美味しかったよ。ありがとう。
Well, that's annoying because these two never answered the question. So, are they dead because the woman killed them in the world of the living, or are they actually spirits able to go to the real world and eat food and freely attack and interact with people? This is confusing, but as always, if it's cleared up later on, I'll simply remove the sin.
ありがとう、兄さん。バンを守ってくれて。
Spirit snubbed.
我ら二大聖騎士長がイオネスを聖戦の勝利に導かんことを。
Adding a sin for these two faces? I actually awarded 5 wins for the scene just prior to this one, but then I got this view and I just had to remove a win, so I think it's only fair that I lightly poke fun over on this channel and add a single sin.
特にドラゴン神のメリオダスを必ず倒さねばならん脅威ということだ。
ドレファス聖騎士長。
So I'm not going to say the cliche here, but I'll simply say this. Perhaps it would have been a better use of this man's line to say, "Oh bloody hell, you serious, dog?" or words to that effect, rather than simply saying the man's name, which could confuse him, causing him to say, "Yeah?" and that'd be embarrassing.
心配すんな。お前の姉さんも親父さんもみんな助け出す。そのためにも旅してるんだぜ。
メリオダス様。
That is a really nice sentiment and very kind of you to say. That's better.
だから今日はもう寝ろよ。さ、おいで。
He says without looking like a massive sexual predator.
野暮なこと言うなよ。祭りだろ。
てめえって俺が3年連続優勝の大勢としての行動だろうな。
He didn't ask who you were, he simply implied that you should chill since it's a festival and all.
ようこそこちら側へ。
She was always on your side. Okay, not only is this getting a big fat sin removal for, well, you know, the obvious, but it's also getting another big fat sin removal for just being utterly hilarious to the extreme. I loved this moment. That moment when you're so shocked by the fight and what you're seeing that you literally punch yourself in the face.
生きてたら後で感想聞かせてくれよな。俺と団長2人のパワーを乗せた拳の味をよ。
Which is kind of the sentiment that I'm missing here. I mean, they're on the same side and they're both working towards one final goal. So when I hear Ban talking about potentially killing the captain during the fight, it makes me wonder what the hell is going on.
あの姿の団長、前にも見たことがある。なんだろう、すごく不安な感じがするの。
What we just saw was a very titillating scene. So I'm removing a sin. That is all.
7つの大罪をバイゼルの町におびき出します。
どうやって？
ディアンヌの神器を祭りの副将にするのです。
Isn't it a little too fortuitous that they just so happen to be planning a trap to lure them in with Diane's special weapon? I mean, they spent all of the time prior to now going around and finding their comrades, and only recently decided to switch up and find the weapons. If, however, it turns out that they had a mole in the group or something, reporting back to this guy, then I'll remove the sin.
じゃあ妹は。
エリザベス様は必ず連中のそばにいます。
A reasoning which is based upon things?
力を抜いて俺に身を任せろ。気持ちいいぜ。空を飛ぶような感覚でいけるぜ。
Is he talking about the tornadoes or something else?
エレンを飢え死になんかさせない。
私が開かれる。
なんだ？
皆を裏切ったんじゃ。ダメだ、避けて。
That's what she said.
面倒だけど片っ端から消していくか。
お気を使わずとも勝手に爆発しますから。その一つ目の爆発をきっかけに次々と連鎖が始まる。
Well, the cliche has reared its head once more, and I must admit I forgot what I called it last time. But yeah, telling the enemy your plans and special abilities during the battle cliche. Dude, that was fucking incredible. I know this is anime sins and my job is to point out the flaws, but my god, when there's scenes as awesome as this, what am I meant to do? I'll go ahead and remove a sin for this.
から無事でやってるとは思ったけどさ。
ベロニカ姉様。
I've let it go several times before now as I could slightly justify it, but now I'll just shut up and send this comment which could have easily been a proper sentence on her part.
メリオダスは本当に化け物だったんだ。
You know, I've got to wonder why this huge dude would bother to wear a plated helmet and single glove and have the rest of him pretty much exposed.
reach the wizard.